Hello everybody, my name's Blast, and I wanted to give my experience on Linux. So, as we all know, Windows 10 support is ending October 14th, and I have always hated Windows since Windows 8. Windows 7 was great, and I've always been primarily a Mac user, and then I use Windows specifically for gaming. That's how I've always kind of ran my setups. But I just didn't like Windows. And I couldn't switch to Mac full time, even though I really like Mac OS because of gaming. And then on the flip side, I couldn't switch to Linux because of lack of fractional scaling, lack of gaming, lack of proper NVIDIA support, lack of a whole bunch of stuff. Right? I'm not going to get into that right now. But Windows 10 is ending support, and I hate Windows 11. Like, Windows 11 is bad. It's slow, it's buggy. I've had nothing but issues. Driver support, or not driver support, but driver issues up the wahoo on a Zephyrus G14, a 2024 Zephyrus G14 with a 4070 in it. I shouldn't be having those issues on a 4070 laptop, right? So I decided to give Windows a try. Or Linux a try again, knowing that Steam Proton exists and NVIDIA supports a lot better. I did my research and all that stuff, and it has been a fantastic experience. It has been amazing. There have been some issues though, so I'll get into that. I'll get into the issues first. Mainly just laptop specific stuff. So I have a Zephyrus G14, as I said. For the Zephyrus G14, I did have to install a custom kernel and then install, um, you know, a control center. But once I did that stuff, most of my issues went away. And then I had one sound issue where I had to create a text file to get my headset to work, my headset mic to work, which wasn't a super difficult process. It was just more of an annoying process. So I had to create a file that looks like this to fix my headset. It fixed it. It works great now, as you can hear, but it's still annoying that I had to create a text file to fix my sound. But other than that, my laptop running EndevourOS, which is based on Arch, runs way better than Windows 11. Way better. Gaming performance has been on par, if a little bit better. There's some games where it runs slightly worse, but not enough to really warrant me using Windows for gaming again. Um, and I haven't really had many issues in the 3 months I've been using it, other than the laptop specific stuff and the sound issue. Other than those two things, it has been amazing. Now, I am using EndevourOS. I'm not using the most beginner-friendly distro, and I'll do it more in depth later on. But I chose EndevourOS because I wanted basically an Arch install that's super clean, that doesn't come with any bloatware. Because a lot of the beginner-friendly OSs have a lot of bloatware, and I just didn't want to deal with that. And I am pretty comfortable in terminal. I have used Linux before a decent amount. So I chose EndevourOS, and due to it being so light, it's super fast. And going terminal only hasn't really been that big of an issue. Um, it's actually kind of crazy how easy it is to install apps without a package manager. So, for instance, in Endeavor's case, Yay is installed, which basically pulls everything from the Arch user repository, which is the repository that Linux uses. So I'll just do AUR, and has pretty much everything you would want in here. But it's all the applications available on Arch, and pretty much anything that I want to install, I just do yay -s. Say I want to install Obsidian, right? Which I use Notion, but in Obsidian, I'm thinking of switching to because it has a native Linux client. Um, Look at that. One command and Obsidian is installed. That's way quicker than both Mac and Windows. Way quicker. I can install all of my applications on Linux in about 5 minutes. Steam, Chrome, Discord, Notion. Well, Notion doesn't have a name. Spotify. I can install pretty much out of the box right there. Super easy to do. Um, it is amazing. I love it. You can make your system look any way you want to. As you can see, this is not what default Plasma looks like at all. This is what default Plasma or KDE looks like. Um, and this looks completely different. And this is the layout that I enjoy. This is the layout that I like. I have a custom icon theme that I think looks really good. I am using the default Endeavor theme because I think it looks good. But yeah, I can make it look exactly how I want. And you have so many uh, desktops to choose from. You have GNOME, you have XFCE, you have Cinnamon desktop, you have the Cinnamon desktop. Just, you can make it look however the hell you want to. And it is phenomenal. And it has just been beautiful. Like, my battery life is the same as Windows. I like switched over to integrated graphics with 60% power draw, which I just set in the Rogue Control Center. I get about 9 hours of battery life out of this laptop, which is actually 30 minutes more than what I get in Windows. Now I'm going off the estimates, so the estimates could be wrong, but it's running great, man. And all those reasons I've listed, I don't think I'm gonna switch back to Windows anytime soon. Now, I probably still won't switch to Windows completely because as of right now, I still need Microsoft Office, which I do use, which I'm not logged into the right account for this video because I don't want you seeing all my documents, but I still use Microsoft Office online for like most of my papers and stuff and most of my assignments. And my college, which I go to WGU, is pretty much the same. Like, it's just online. It's all in a web browser. But Proctor Test, I have to have Windows. Also, I do like to use Photoshop as a hobbyist. There is no alternative to Photoshop. I get it. I get it. So many people want to say, um, well, just use GIMP, which is fine, you know. Like, I understand why you would say that, because GIMP is fine for basic, photo editing. Um, but it does not beat Photoshop. Photoshop is just in another level. Most likely what I'm going to do, because I do like macOS, I may for those tasks, I may just get a MacBook Air, a used MacBook Air M2. I'm seeing them used here in Germany for about 600 euro. Just get a used MacBook for those tasks so I can move away from Windows completely. And then also games. I feel like this is the biggest one, but gaming is pretty gaming is an interesting subject because pretty much everything in gaming, like every game you would want to play runs. Most games run out of the box. I've been playing Fallout New Vegas. I've been playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Um, I've been playing, I can play most games using Proton. But games with kernel level anti-cheat, like Call of Duty, for example, you cannot play. Um, go down here. Yeah, see, Call of Duty is borked. It doesn't even let you launch it due to the kernel level anti-cheat. So it is borked. You can't play that. Fortnite, Valorant, a lot of those games you just simply cannot play. Which sometimes my friends want to play Warzone or they want to play Fortnite or they want to play Valorant, and that's also keeping that also forces me to keep my Windows partition simply because sometimes I want to play a game of Warzone or something like that. So most games run out of the box. Like most games run out of the box. Like Kingdom Come, for example. Oh, Kingdom Come Deliverance is platinum. It runs out of the box. It runs perfectly. I think I get like 3 FPS lower than I do on Windows. Like it's pretty much the same. Um, Red Dead Redemption 2 is another game I'm working on beating right now. It runs perfectly fine. Even Red Dead Online works. So most games run, but if it uses kernel level anti-cheat, it's not gonna run. But almost everything else runs. And really, other than those 2 or 3 games I may want to play with kernel level anti-cheat and Photoshop and Office and test proctoring, I don't think I need Windows, to be honest with you. And to be brutally honest with you, I would probably be better off for those tasks getting a Mac because it's just a better experience getting a Mac. But yeah, I just want to make a video talking about Linux. I don't know if anyone's gonna watch this, but we'll see. I just needed to get this off my chest. Peace.